It's a bit of a rainy, dreary fall afternoon outside, but we're about to heat things up at the X, home of the Waterford Lancers volleyball team, as they get ready to take on two-time defending state champs in the Bulldogs of Lyman Memorial. Both teams undefeated. You're going to watch it live on GameDay. GameDay is brought to you by the Byrnes Agency. Like GameDay, the Byrnes Agency is always local and live. We focus on local community, and we'll always get a live person on the phone. So remember, you buy better at Byrnes, and by Waterford Dental Health, voted #1 best dental practice 6 years in a row by the day's Best of and Best Reader's Choice Awards. Well, Keith O'Brien, the sports doctor, Peter Wappy, all the action here. And Pete, talk about a battle of the unbeatens, 6-0 versus 3-0, and Waterford about to get a little taste of the Bulldog, back-to-back defending state champions and a real solid program in the Lyman Bulldogs.
Yeah, there's been a lot of unknowns in this fall sports season, but I think this has been one of those games, one of those matches, looking forward from the start of September, that we marked off on the calendar as a marquee matchup in the ECC. Waterford, runner-up in Class M last year. You mentioned Lyman, winner of the last 2 state championships in Class S, and 3 out of 5 lost 2 to Coventry. Both programs, I think you can argue, on the Lyman side, a dynasty.
Loaded for this year. And, you know, when you get a chance to talk to Coach Nappy, Amanda Nappy, before the game, you know, she didn't want to tip her hat too much, you know, with where this team would have ranked amongst the best in the state. She's never going to know that, but she spoke very, very highly of her squad. And it starts with their libero, Anna Matheson, and she says, you know, my senior leader is probably the best we've ever had here at Lyman. And when you're looking at a program, Pete, that's won 3 out of 5 state championships, that's heavy praise.
Yes, absolutely. On the other side, I talked to Matt Maynard, head coach of Waterford. He also was keeping it kind of close to the vest. I think the coaches don't want to make big pronouncements. They can only control what they can control this season, and don't want to talk about what could have been. He said that the coaching staffs for Waterford and Lyman, very close friends, but they come into the gym and it's all business.
Yeah, it's all business. And again, it is so much that one-game season approach, because at any time the plug could be pulled on all these fall sports seasons. So I think just being on the floor is what these kids are grateful for. But, you know, being around Stonington soccer like we've been a couple times this year, being around Waterford volleyball, who, you know, lost the state championship last year, and then being around some of the kids from Lyman, there's a bit of a bittersweet thing, because, you know, there is no next step. There is no state tournament. So each game, according to the coaches, is a way for the kids to make their impact.
Yeah, that's kind of a cliche that you hear coaches talking about every year.
But it's real.
And this year it's real, because they really don't know. You can't look forward to an ECC. So there's no state title this year.
None.
ECC trying to put together a postseason. They've got plans for it. It's scheduled out. But honestly, no one knows what the situation is going to be like 3 weeks from now. Waterford, undefeated 3-0, but has missed out on 4 matches because of cancellations with East Lyman NFA.
Yeah, and school being shut down. And East Lyman, we saw, 2-0 last night, went to 3-0 on the years. I would tend to think right now at this point of the season, if you have a team that's undefeated, whether it's Waterford or Lyman, probably the #1 goal is to finish this season undefeated. So if you win all your games, then, when you get right down to it, you're a champion. So I guess that's a mentality right now, Pete, for some of these kids.
Yeah, that's got to be it. So taking a look on the floor, starting for Lyman, we're going to have Mathewson, Latour, Megson, Bailey, Nanos, and Johnson. And on the other side for Waterford, we've got Kramer, Briggs, Lang, Colonis. Mitchell will be the libero.
Kramer and
Kramer and Holmes.
Yeah, there you go. Talked about the two liberos. Emily Mitchell is the one for Waterford, and obviously Anna Mathewson, one of the best that there ever have been a lineman. When you're talking about a team with, such a story. You've talked about it being a bit of a dynasty on the girls volleyball end, and a program. When you start talking about a libero being one of the best you've ever coached, that is heavy lifting, no doubt about it.
So I got to see Waterford last year in their state final loss to Seymour, and one of the interesting things about that game, so Waterford lost 3-1, but the game that they won was 38-36.
Marathon,
I'm pretty sure the longest state final volleyball game in CIAC history. So Waterford's graduated a couple, but these seniors on Waterford are battle tested.
Yeah, and again, you just want to continue off of last year's success, which is harder to do because of the COVID. But they're 3-0. Listen, they get some of those matches against NFA and East Lyme. Maybe they have a better litmus test of where their team stands. But if you're looking for litmus and you're looking for a test, this is it. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you're any team in the ECC, the rubber meets the road against Lyman.
And you have to figure Lyman is the favorite coming in here. Lyman 6-0, has won all 6 of their matches.
18.
Clean sweep.
Yep.
3-0. So I think when you're the top dog, you're the defending state champion. You haven't lost a game, let alone a match. They're the standard, and Waterford wants to measure themselves against them.
And being the standard too, these kids, they know you're going to get somebody else's best shot night in and night out. So it's not like you can walk into a gym and sleep off, take a quick break for the national anthem. GameDay has been in this gymnasium probably 7,000 times in the last 5 years. This is the quietest and the emptiest I've ever seen it, Pete, as we get ready to start things off here this afternoon. But it's good to be in a high school gym, and it's good to be bringing you folks to games. Very eerie in here.
It's a different scene. The bleachers are folded up, no fans, no parents, everyone in masks. But I think for the players, once that ball goes in play,
the energy's there.
They don't notice.
No, they certainly do not. So, and again, we got a small crew here today. It's Keith O'Brien, the sports doctor, making a house call. It's Peter Wappy, our producer, making a mic call, and Eric Strand on the camera. And he, get a bit of a different look tonight from our volleyball coverage. Eric is about 75 feet up in the air on the scaffolding, Pete. I like that look. It's pretty good.
I love it. Looking down, we've got a great view here.
Pete's got his glasses on. He will be helping me out call the action, and teams are fired up, and we're going to get ready to go. Important for Waterford to hold their own and get off to a good start on their home court. We've seen so many times in the last few games with some of the volleyball we've watched where, one of the servers gets on a little run and gives their team a little 5-0, 6-0 boost and, can kind of carry you through the action.
Yeah, momentum definitely big in volleyball, especially when you've got the serve. You've got the chance to set things up the way you want it.
Lyman will start off serving. Fallon Bailey, number 11. I'm sorry, number 19. That is Bailey. She is a junior. She will start things off for the defending state champ, the Lyman Bulldogs. Right down the middle, 1-0 Lyman. Coach Nappy spoke very highly of Bailey. Helen Megson, number 12, and of course her libero, Anna Matheson.
So nice
number 2.
Nice to start the match off with an ace, I guess, right?
Yeah, right down the chute. A strong serve, dug by the libero Mitchell. A spike that time by Kramer. And as Bailey from the outside laying some wood.
That was Megson.
Megson, I'm sorry. They're interchangeable. I've been watching them during warm-ups, so Megson laying a hammer down on the outside. Thanks, Pete. I'll find my rhythm. 2-0 Lyman. And just wide that time by Colonis.
Yeah, the sight line's a little tricky here in volleyball, so I'm going to try to help you out on the Lyman side. You can help me out on the Waterford side.
Right. We were caught in a pickle last night at East Lyme High School. I could not see anything on the Ledyard side. So Bailey will serve on a little bit of a run, up 3-0. A touch serve down the middle. Nice touch. The first 3 serves, you saw a little bit of the hammer, the fastball. This was a little excuse me serve.
The sinker dropping right into the front row.
They hit it where they ain't. 4-0 Lyman. Again, I talked about this at the beginning of the match. Careful. You don't want a little 5-0, 6-0 run. And just like that, 5-0 run. And I think with Waterford is on their heels a little bit because, you know, Bailey's showing you a little bit of different stuff with the serve. Mixing it up, Pete.
Yeah, just like a great pitcher, showing you something different every time.
Just wanted to touch that over the net. Waterford will take over. And Lang will serve. Kate Lang, she is a junior. She will fire for the Lancers. Nice little touch at the net that time by Nanos, but she was on the net. (6-1) Lyman. I call him inadvertent whistles during play. It's still very confusing for me at times. Hannah Matheson.
So we had a foul there against Waterford.
Big strong serve, a little deep. Waterford will take over. Colonis will serve. Angela is a senior, a member of that team last year that went to the state finals. A dig that time by Matheson. Put away that time on the outside by Megson. (7-2) Lyman early. Latour. Strong serve. Good dig by Mitchell. Kramer with a good hit for Waterford. And put away just a little bit deep by Lily Kramer. Good fastball that time by Lily was in the back row of the bleachers.
So these are jersey numbers that our friend Casey O'Neill would not like. That is April. That is April Beckwith.
Beckwith, I'm sorry, that is not number 10. Beckwith.
Not 10.
All right. Lyman looking to set up Megson on the outside. Nice block at the net that time by Kramer. A nice little touch and a beautiful hit that time by Gabby Kramer, the senior.
Kramer, knowing that front row of Lyman is not going to let her get away with the heavy hit, and so yeah,
just a little sneak over the top,
the soft touch,
finger roll, as I would call it. Good strong serve, dug by Matheson. A double hit that time, point goes to Lyman. So 9-3, very pedestrian start to the game. for both teams. We get a chance to look at Helen Megson. She will serve from the back line. One of the best, according to her coach. She is a senior. Good downward serve. Big slam at the net that time. That's Bailey on the outside.
Yeah, watch out.
She is a force. Hit that ball through 4 hands that time. 10-3 Lyman.
Yeah, sometimes you aim and sometimes you just come with the power, and I think that was an example of power.
Touched that time at the net by Colonis. Well, miscommunication that time. Briggs hit the ball into the net. Her and Colonis kind of caught in no man's land.
Yeah,
the 11-3 Waterford.
I think that was all set up by Megson taking a little bit off and changing direction at the last second.
Good strong serve. And a spike into the net time by Bryn Holmes. So the serving for the Bulldogs that seem to be paying a big dividend right now. Just, a couple of different service games, service chances back there. Megson will downward serve into the net. 12-4 Waterford.
But yeah, started off with a 5-point run on Bailey's serve and a 4-point run on Megson's serve.
Gabby Kramer will serve here for Waterford. Good serve down the middle, dug by Matheson. Comes Bailey, rocket. Wow. Fallon Bailey loading up. Smoking one down the pipe that time. Set is almost to a T on the outside for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think part of the difference that you're seeing here is Lyman just every pass and every hit with a lot of precision, whereas Waterford's made a few little mistakes, and Lyman capitalizes right away if you're going to do that.
Attardi digs. This one's got to be over. Mitchell on the other end for Waterford. And a little bit of a double hit and a foul. 14-4 lead goes to 10. So Maya Attardi. She is only a sophomore. So if you're a sophomore cracking this lineup, you got to be pretty good. Good dig that time by Briggs. Look out. Good volley. Good strong dig that time by Kramer.
Bailey just hit it so hard that Waterford couldn't get the setup pass that they wanted.
(15-4). Good strong spike that time again by Bailey on the outside.
Oh.
And the one thing, too, to put away out there by Bailey, the one thing that Lyman does very well, Pete, they transition from defense to offense very well. There's a one touch to keep the ball alive. There's a setup, and there's right back on the attack.
Well, they communicate really well. They know where each other are going to be. You have not seen a lot of mishits. You haven't seen them forced to put a lot of soft ones over the net.
No scramble mode.
They are controlling the pace of play.
It's tough for Waterford to go on an attack when they're in scramble mode on one end, just barely getting the ball over. And what happens is Lyman will gather, recover, go into a set piece in a spike situation. Right now, Lyman's clicking on all cylinders.
And I think you sort of expected that.
Yeah.
You knew coming in that they're the class of the league, one of the top teams in the state, and Waterford's got their hands full. So Waterford is going to need to pass with better precision, be in the right spot on defense, and hopefully give themselves the opportunity to get a couple points.
Yeah, when scoring is at when there's a point on every serve, making mistakes, not making mistakes is imperative because making mistakes leads to points for the other team. So Attardi will serve. Good serve. Dig that time by Kramer. Over the net by Colonis. Here's an opportunity. Just a little bit deep that time from Bailey. So 16-5 right here. And number 11 will come in. Adriana Donahue, she will serve. She is a junior. Lancers looking to piece a few points together.
See if she can act as the stopper here for Waterford.
And on your cue.
I'll
There's
keep
the Casey O'Neill jinx right
yeah,
there.
I'll keep my mouth shut, I guess.
Good shout out to Casey O'Neill, home recovering from a knee surgery. Mike tomorrow, wherever you are, shout out to you as well as some of the other guys from the crew. There is number 10. Good serve that time by Latour. There you go, defense to offense, quick for the Bulldogs. And a good block at the net that time by number 9, Colonis.
Yeah, Colonis and Holmes right there on the spot, not letting Bailey have the opportunity.
Kramer back in for the Lancers, Lily Kramer. Senior. Big serve that time by Mitchell. Emily Mitchell, she is the libero. She is the senior leader of this team. 17-7. Looking to string a couple together. Big serve again, dug out by Matheson. And a deep hit just barely missed that time by number 19, Bailey.
So the
17-8.
The first serve by Mitchell kind of got Lyman back on their heels. They were ready for it the second time. And that kill shot just out.
Good serve that time by Mitchell. Good drop in, good dump in that time by number 19. Excuse me, by 18, Beckwith.
And so they had been going to their left all game, switched it up here, went to the outside hitter on the right, and I think Waterford wasn't quite ready for that.
Bailey to serve. Fastball kind of ate up Mitchell that time. So Bailey showing you the goods from the service game too.
And if she finishes this game the way she starts it, she started it.
She started off on a 5-0 run,
yeah.
Correct? Big serve, Mitchell. Big spike on the outside that time by, that was Colonis. Good put away that time. So good job by Waterford right there, Pete, to kind of derail the Lyman run. Lang will serve. Megson. Mitchell digs. Looking for his set here right now. Lang. And nice put away that time by Nanos. Callie Nanos, number 23, getting into the mix. And they've got so many interchangeable parts. You see Annie Rose Johnson come in, number 24. But a lot of interchangeable parts out there for the Bulldogs. Anna Matheson will serve. Good serve right in the middle of nowhere. Mitchell did everything she could to dig it out, but has a top-notch fastball by number 2. $21-9.
And it's not just the speed, it's the sink on it too. You do not have a lot of time to react.
Nice dig that time by Donahue and into the net. So again, it seems to me right now the recovery off the serve, which is very good, is what Waterford is struggling with. That transition from defense, get the ball up in the air to an offensive set. It's tough when it's coming at you like that. Playing back on your heels of the Lancers. Nice job that time at the net by Kramer. Kept alive very nicely by Megson. And just a little outside by Lily Kramer. Some good action on both sides.
that's been the difference so far. Waterford receiving those serves, not making the passes to set up the attack. They find themselves in a situation where they just have to get it over, whereas Lyman is making the passes, setting themselves up for the big hits.
As soon as the serve comes over into the Lyman end, they recover, they gather, and then they switch into an offense. So it's a two-touch. Now we've got a spike. On the Waterford side, it's, okay, well, we got to survive to handle the serve. We're out of position a little bit because the serve is so good, and we just got to get the ball over. So when you talk about a team on their heels a little bit, that's where Waterford has been most of this game. Lyman's good. Lyman's good. I'll break the news to you. So Matheson 2 points away from serving out the first game of the match. Right down the shoot. Good job that time by Lang. Recovery. Over the net that time by Kramer. Nice job on the put away again in the out time by Helen Megson. Well, they called the ball. I thought they called it in. Coach Matt Maynard says the ball was out, and then he said, oh, my God. So we're going to have a conversation. I thought it was in. Eric? Didn't see it. He's running the camera. Didn't see it. So we're going to do, 24-9. Ball was called in. Matt Maynard was not happy, and Hannah Matheson ready to serve out the first game of the match for the Bulldogs. Right down the shoot. Good strong serve again. And just a little bit deep that time by Kate Lang. And just like that, 25-9. Lyman wins the first game. Pete, quick thoughts.
Yeah, a couple of runs right at the start and right at the end. You talk about the momentum, stringing together a bunch of serves, and they did just that.
Just a reminder for you folks out there, Game Day is brought to you by the Byrnes Agency. In your neighborhood, taking care of your home, auto, business, and life insurance needs since 1932. At the Byrnes Agency, you'll never get voicemail, always a live person. Remember, you buy better at Byrnes. And by Waterford Dental Health, where your smile and your health are our top priority. You know, it's in a day and age where we're wearing masks and stuff like that. Do we really need to go to the dentist? I mean, just for maybe, I don't know, Eric's smile or something like that. Gotta have good teeth. Yeah, Eric is smiling up there. Gotta have good teeth.
When I'm wearing this mask over my face and smelling what I'm breathing out, I would like to have my teeth cleaned
hourly?
Twice as much.
Okay,
hourly,
twice
sure.
As much. Yeah, well.
So today is senior day for Waterford. And another one of the weird things with COVID is senior day had to happen outside before tonight's game. The parents of seniors, I'm sure, would love to be here. Waterford shared with us some of their family photos they took today outside. And that we've thought about how it's tough on the student athletes and tough on the coaches. It's got to be tough on a parent. You're the parent of a senior. This is the culmination of their high school athletic career, and you're stuck at home,
right,
watching them on a video feed.
Yeah.
You're their whole life. You've been there to support them, been there to cheer them on, and now you don't get that opportunity. So for Waterford 7 seniors, that's kind of a tough situation for them and their parents.
Yeah, it's a different feel, it's a different vibe. I know, NFA has not been playing any sports, and today would have been their homecoming. So think about that. So some great pictures of some seniors and their family and their parents and different times. But
I talked to Coach Maynard about this senior group and how for them to get to the final last year, to have a taste of a state championship game, they all started work the next day getting ready for this season, wanted to get back there. He called it gut-wrenching for this group of seniors. I think as a coach, he takes it in stride. He knows there's going to be other teams, other seasons. Some of these student athletes may be going on to play in college. For others, this may be the end of their volleyball career, and it's not going to end the way that they wanted it. They've had the time to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
They're happy to have the opportunity now, but it was hard for them to hear at one point that they weren't going to have a season at all.
It's funny when you look. It's not funny. It's just kind of ironic when you look at the Waterford schedule. They're 3-0, so they beat Fitch. They beat Wheeler. Then they had to play Fitch again. Supposed to play NFA. Game was canceled. Now they're home against Lyman. So they play Ledyard, East Lyme, Bacon, Lyman again, East Lyme, and Montville. If those games hold true. But yeah, when normally during regular times you're playing other teams, other schools, across the state, and you can really get a good look at what you have. Lyman on the other side is 6-0. They have beaten Montville, Wheeler, Bacon, Fitch, Ledyard, who we saw last night, and Ledyard again, right? So it beat Ledyard twice. Have not lost a game. Talked about that in the open. It's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, it certainly is impressive. And this is a team that Coach Nappy doesn't want to admit to it, but they came into the season with another state title.
Listen, we were both over there talking to Coach before the game, and they said she didn't want to tip her cap, but and she didn't want to sound too confident of her team, but I kind of read between the lines a little bit there, no doubt about that. So back deep to serve for Waterford. That'll be Kate Lang. Kate, again, is a junior. But serve that time. Nice little touch over the net that time by Megson. And a good put away that time by Angela Colonis, the senior. Number 9 at the net doing work.
So Waterford starting with the serve, maybe getting a little bit more of a chance to dictate.
Very important to try and get 3 or 4 points in your serve here if you're the Lancers. Serve into the net, like they say, on cue. Whenever we talk about productivity here from the booth, we tend to have the game day jinx against the other team, so I'm not going to say it. 1-1 just underway, game 2. Strong serve that time by Matheson. And again, that on your heels approach, trying to just fight off that serve. One of the best liberos ever here at Lyman High School, called by our coach, Mitchell on the dig. Gabby Kramer, good dig by Matheson. Megson on the outside. And a good little touch, excuse me, at the net, and a dump down by Lily Kramer at the net. Climbing the ladder.
That time, Waterford in position, making the passes that they wanted to make, and able to go on the offensive a little bit.
Lily Kramer at the net. Nice dig that time by Garcia. Kramer that time. Gabby's eyes got a little bit too big at the net. She was loading up. 3-2 Lyman.
Beckwith and Johnson right there to say no thank you.
And that is Beckwith who will serve. Good strong serve. Nice job that time by Matheson on the dig. Good action here back and forth. Megson into the net. Pete, the one thing that stands out right now for me is a little more energy brought this game by Waterford.
Yeah, well, you get down big in the first game, and maybe you lose a little bit of that energy, lose a little bit of that confidence, but you come back, you got to treat it like 0-0. I'm sure that's what Coach Maynard's preaching over there.
Lily Kramer to serve. Good dig by Matheson. Megson with the put away. Helen Megson doing work. There's just a couple of kids over there that can really deliver the goods at the net. Megson's one of them. Bailey's one of them. Megson, good strong serve to the back line, dug out by Lang. Matheson. Nice job that time on the back line by Lang. Kramer at the net. And that time, miscommunication between the two seniors. But a good change of direction by Gabby Kramer at the net for the Lancers.
Yeah, go up looking like you're going to bring the power and send it back a little bit deep. And Waterford's going to need to take advantage. There's not going to be a lot of mistakes like that on
That
Lyman's
was
side.
one of the very few mistakes we saw with communication. Served by Kramer. This one's got to be over, and it's not. So Gabby Kramer doing a little bit of everything here for the Lancers. Some good play at the net we saw. Now she's got her serve going. See if she can get Waterford cooking. Good dig that time by Goins.
And there's Bailey.
Bailey with the put away. So number 3, Mia Attardi will serve. And a sophomore, good dig by Beckwith, kind of ate her up a little bit. Nice little touch shot that time by Elisa Briggs, but it goes wide. 6-5, Lyman. Game number 2 of our matinee here at Waterford High School. Keith O'Brien, Peter Wap, Eric Strand on the camera. This one's got to be over. Good power shot that time by Nanos at the net. Here comes Bailey on the put away. Good dig that time by Lang. Lang with the touch. Nice dig that time by Lyman. Best volley of the game and a missed hit. Good volley, good action. So a little power and spice on both sides.
Yeah, tough to see a series like that end on an error.
Attardi will serve. Switches directions. Briggs got caught. Touched by Lang. Here comes Bailey, a little lollipop at the net by Bailey. And a good winner that time by Elisa Briggs on the outside. Seven, 6 Lyman.
So Lancers coming with looking a little bit more hungry.
A lot more energy.
Setting up the attack a little bit more, not as much back on their heels. So whatever adjustments they made during that first game break seem to be working for them. Let's see if they can continue.
Donahue will serve. Fastball. Good serve that time by Donahue. Kind of caught Megson a little off guard. 7-7. So Lancers playing a little more confidence here in game number 2. Smoke serve that time by Donahue, and that one ate up Megson. Bailey over the net. Good touch and good block, good action. Lang's just got to get it over. Here comes Bailey. Good dig that time by Mitchell. Here comes Bailey again on the outside, and that time eats up Mitchell. You got me the first time, Mitchell, but not the second time, says Fallon Bailey.
Yeah, it's a numbers game at that point, right? Bailey is not going to, I mean, not that she missed the first time, but it looked like maybe she even came with a little bit more juice on that second one.
Latour serves. Good dig that time by Kramer. And just a little bit deep that time by number 9, Angela Colonis. A 9-7, Lyman leads. There's Cassidy Latour. Good strong serve. Nice dig by Kramer. Mitchell. And just deep that time by Kate Lang. Eyes get wide open when the ball's up there. 10-7 Lyman. Waterford doing a better job communicating this game and staying in the action and keeping their energy up. Latour into the net. And Mitchell will serve for the Lancers. Emily Mitchell, senior. Good strong serve. Matheson with the dig. There's a miscommunication right there between Bailey and Megson.
This game, at least, Mitchell has had some of the best service for Waterford.
Now you put Matheson off balance a little bit, and then, bad things are happening. Good serve, good dig that time by Megson. Here comes Lang, stuffing it through. Good dig by Matheson. This one's got to be over. Megson. Here comes Lang again. Great job by Matheson on the back line. Beckwith, Mitchell. Good action here. Lang, a little touch. And that's going to be a winner. Great job that time by Kate Lang, mixing up the fastball with an excuse-me touch. Kate is a junior.
A lot of composure on both sides.
And Mitchell's got something cooking here with his serve. Megson digs it out. And just a little bit deep that time by Nanos. Callie Nanos. We're going to call it a point. We're going to call it, say it was touched. You see that?
Oh.
I did not see that. So winner that time by Nanos. I stand corrected. Bailey will serve. Strong serve, dug out by Mitchell. That's no man's land over there. That's the hospitality room for the ECC basketball tournament over there.
Yeah, and
Eric's never been up there, but Peter and I have.
You know when you see someone running that far off the court and down the hallway,
that's trouble.
It's trouble for
Give
sure.
me a slice of pizza while you're over there. Eric, you'll figure it out someday. Mitchell with the good dig. Up and Adam McAdam that time. Lily Kramer with the stuff. Little play of the game material there, right there.
Yeah, that was big time.
Lily Kramer climbing the ladder. Up and Adam McAdam. I like that one. It's a good one. All right, so
that's always nice when you can impress yourself with your call.
Thank you, Kate. I got to impress somebody.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Kate Lang will serve. Here comes Megson. And nice job at the net that time by the Lancers. Lyman recovers. Megson, deep ball. Mitchell. Lang with a little touch. Oh, good hit that time. Kate Lang doing work this game.
Yeah, finding the empty spot on the floor. Going up like she was going to go for the smash, and at the last second taking a little bit off.
Yeah, you're catching Matheson on that back line, and she's got to come up and move and recover.
Yeah, I've really been impressed by Lang on the outside here.
Good serve and a bad hit that time by Garcia. And a timeout by Lyman. What do you know? Waterford leads 13-12. And a lot more life here this game by the Lancers than last.
Well, really, I mean, looking like a completely different team, honestly, right?
Yeah, they are. Yep. Yeah, they got some serves going their way. They got some balls going their way. And I think the big thing that they're playing with is a lot more energy. They're talking, they're communicating, and the energy level, I think, when they realized after that first game, well, if we don't bring it, we could go run out of the gym.
Yeah.
Which most of the opponents have been against Lyman.
Well, and now that they've proven that they can go toe-to-toe. And maybe that first game, that big margin is a little bit daunting.
It's a wake-up call, baby.
But now, yeah.
Well, yep. It's it's one of those things. Keith O'Brien, Peter Wappy, Game Day. We are back here. You guys are back here, what, Wednesday night?
Yeah. Boys soccer.
Boys soccer.
Wednesday versus Fitch.
And then a doubleheader for soccer on Saturday. Against East Lyme.
Yes.
Boys and girls soccer.
Yep. And we've got the Ledyard girls versus East Lyme on Tuesday.
Yep.
So a busy week of soccer for us, and then finish it up with some field hockey the following week.
Fantastic. So Lang ready to serve. Kate Lang has had a really, really good game. A little bit of everything. Matheson. Megson trying to put it away. Mitchell digs it out. Here comes Kramer at the net. Just a little bit. She kind of caught that ball in her downward jump and went into the net. The timing is so important. Gabby Kramer was loading up that right hand, that's for sure. Anna Matheson will serve. Good serve that time. Good dig by Lang. Matheson. Here comes Megson, and she fires it home. Helen Megson at the net. with the one-timer.
Yeah, looking at this rotation on Lyman, like trying to think of where is the spot in the rotation where they're weak, and I don't think there is a spot.
Mitchell off the back line. Kramer with the touch. Latour. Megson just wide that time by Helen Megson.
Like you'd think right now you've got Bailey on the bench. Now is the time to take advantage. But I mean, you still have,
like you said, you have a lot of interchangeable parts. You got Beckwith out there.
You still have Beckwith. You still have
Megson. You still have
Megson. You still have Nanos all coming at you.
Megson gets the ball over. You know, and I'm not too sure if she intended that, but it worked out pretty well. I think she was trying to set up the front line. Excuse me, over the net. Point Lyman. 15-14 Bulldogs. This is the point of the game where it's very important for Waterford to kind of hold its own. Mitchell. Lang. Just wide. So you're down 16-14. You don't want to get this game to 20-14. This is a very, very important juncture for both teams.
Waterford's got to set themselves up for some big hits and not just be playing off their heels.
Beckwith serves. Mitchell digs. Lang from the back row. Matheson digs. Megson. Nice job that time by Lang recovering. Kramer at the net. Good action here. Nice dig that time by Briggs as well. Ah, look at Matheson go down and get it. Good volley here. Megson with the put away. Helen Megson. Good action on both ends, Pete.
Yeah, but you can't let Megson get set up like that. She gets a nice set, and it's look out.
Kramer, deep. And again, I talked about this. This game was 14-14. And right now, Lyman on a little 4-0 run. You just don't want to let it get away from you. You work so hard if you're the Lancers. Beckwith on the serve. Oh. Got lucky. She will not excuse herself for that one. She'll take it. And a timeout by head coach Matt Maynard. So right now, Lyman on a bit of a 5-0 run.
Yeah, and when everything's going your way, you get those little let serves that drop over. Sometimes you got to be good. Sometimes you just need to be lucky.
You're lucky, yeah. That's you know. They quit at the golf too. Sometimes you make a good shot, you don't get rewarded for it. Sometimes they make a bad shot, and they get rewarded for it. So you know, like I said, fickle game.
Is there any sport that you can't come up with a golf comparison, a golf metaphor?
No.
That's good.
No, I could do it for everything. Football, you want to talk about football? I could come up with a golf metaphor for pretty much anything. It's my game. I mean, it's what I do. I mean, you got your things. I'm a golfer. April Beckwith. She's on a little 5-0 run, Pete. Lang digs it out. Kramer on the outside. Nice little touch that time. There you go. We'll change the direction by number 2, Gabby Kramer. So again, a lot of juniors and a lot of seniors on this Waterford team. So it's not like the cupboard's bare for Coach Matt Maynard.
No, they've turned into one of the premier programs here in the ECC. Always in the mix.
Megson goes up and gets it. Good dig that time by Lang. Ah, good block that time at the net by Holmes. This one's got to be over. Kramer. Good action. Megson just a little bit deep on the put away. So that point right there, Waterford just enough to keep the things alive and let Lyman make the mistake.
Yeah.
19-16, game 2.
So I don't know if they changed anything in the timeout or if it's just a chance to take a breather, gather something together, and just like that, 2 points they get, and then the mistake on the serve.
Serve just wide by senior Lily Kramer. Nice dig by Mitchell. Kramer into the net again. A little miscommunication. The girl's going to talk about it and work it out. Kramer knew it. Helen Megson, 20-18. Is that score right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think we've got
16. Check the score here. I think it's 20-16. Chris Landry going to check things out. God, it's so quiet in here. I mean, it's never this quiet during a basketball game, is it?
Yeah, here we go. 21-16.
21-16
is the correct score, and you'll notice in my notebook.
Yeah, you are.
I am on top of it.
Fantastic. Helen Megson, 4 points away from taking game 2 of this match. Dig by Mitchell. And over by Briggs. And a winner for the Lancers.
Right inside that line. Well placed by Waterford.
And Megson thought that they had won the point. My guy Serge. Is that the head linesman? Is that what he is? Is that a head linesman? Or is it the chair umpire? It's not tennis, is it? Kramer. A little miscommunication that time with Lyman because Goins was out there and his ball was just a little bit deep and she decided to play it. 21-18. Good serve that time by Kramer. Caught Bailey off guard.
And I wonder if Bailey was thinking about whether that ball was going to be in or out and kind of had to make a decision.
On the fence. Nice dig that time by Matheson. Lang over the net. Bailey. Kramer with a good block that time. This has got to be over Holmes. Bailey looking for the set piece. Nice block that time at the net by Holmes again. Waterford doing a good job at this point communicating and talking. Lang's got to be over. Here comes a set piece. Holmes, Lang with a great dig, and Waterford just can't hang on. One of the best points of the match right there. Good effort on both ends. As soon as you see a ball go off the side of the fist, not good.
Even you know that.
Yes, sir.
You've had that experience.
Yes, sir. It is not good. You find a sweet spot, Peter, it's going to be trouble. Attardi looking to serve out the match just like that into the net. 22-20. Waterford grabs the serve back.
It's Waterford hanging around.
Hanging around. Good game. Very, very good game here. First game was a little bit one-sided. Owned by Lyman. The Lancers kind of napping during that first game, but this one is a very, very good game. Donahue will serve. Nice job that time by Megson. Big hammer, good dig that time by Lang. Lang back on the offensive and into the net. And again, that's all timing. You're jumping and you're catching that ball on the downward flight of your jump. Try and get up a little bit higher and time it, and she'll send that one home.
Yeah, and she's been so good from that spot.
Yeah.
And just a miss that time.
And just a bit of a miss and just kind of catching that ball on the downward slope. 23-20. Latour. Cassidy tried to serve deep. So Waterford trying to give the game to Lyman, and Lyman wanted to give it back to Waterford.
Nice judgment on the back row because that serve did not miss by a lot.
No, and this serve is important. This is the serve of the game for Waterford. 23-21
I've liked
for
what
Mitchell.
we've seen from Mitchell so far.
Yeah.
Let's see what she can do.
Good serve, good dig by Matheson. Beckwith at the net, good job. Beckwith again. Lang with a good dig. Oh, a little touch that time by Kramer. Good dig that time by Lang.
Yeah, but
just not enough. 24-21.
Bailey coming with the strength again. And she will serve.
Bailey will try to serve for the game. Mitchell out. And this could be trouble. That will be it. So Fallon Bailey serves for game number 2, 24-21, Pete. But that time Waterford bringing a little more energy and a little more zest.
Tough for Waterford, though, to come so close in that second game.
Yeah, very tough indeed. They got run out of the gym in the first game, but they kind of held their own. So Game Day, brought to you by the Byrnes Agency. In your neighborhood, taking care of your home, auto, business, and life insurance needs since 1932. At the Byrnes Agency, you will never get a voicemail. You will always get a live person, and remember, you buy better at Byrnes. And, of course, our good friends at Waterford Dental Health, where our entire team is dedicated to providing you with personalized, convenient, and affordable dental care for you and your family that you deserve. So it's, check us out too after the game, Pete, Facebook and Twitter at GameDay CT, where tonight you can see the sports doctor interviews with Waterford Dental Health player of the game, the coach, and the top play. Great smiles start here at Waterford Dental Health. So a lot of good things coming on after the game. 2-0 right now. Waterford is down in a must-win situation. Lyman looking to get out of here unscathed as you had them in the whole year.
And Waterford, they were 3 points away from making this a 1-1 match and just couldn't quite get themselves back in it. And now, the difference between 1-1 and 2-0. Huge.
Nope.
So Waterford now with a huge hill to climb, having to win 3 in a row against a team that has not lost a single game yet.
Yep. It's keep your spirits up and try to get off to a good start, and just realize that you were a point or 2 away from winning game number 2. I like what I saw from Waterford in that second game, especially out of Kate Lang. She had a tremendous game, either at the net or from the serve. She played extremely well, and also Mitchell found a little something with her serve for the Lancers. So 2019, 2018, and 2016 state champions for Lyman. They've won 3 out of the last 5 state championships, and and I think it's easy to overlook because we always think of, say, the Waterford boys basketball team, the Waterford boys baseball team, maybe Stonington soccer winning state championships. So, when we talk about the nuts and bolts of the league, of the conference, how do they rank across the state? You're looking at one of the premier programs over there.
Yeah, I tried to scroll through the CIAC site and see there are not a lot of other teams that have been to 5 state championship games in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
Tolland's cross country team has had a lot of success.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of apples and oranges. Cross country, it's a single race at the end.
Amity in baseball won 4 straight championships, but there's not a lot of programs statewide that can be talking about this kind of medal. When we stay in our own league, again, we've seen the success of Waterford basketball. We've seen the success of Waterford baseball. Stonington soccer. Some of the lacrosse teams getting to a state final too on the boys' side. But Janatuccio's had some success with the field hockey. But this is this is a different breed right here.
It's a level of consistency that you don't see, because it's getting, not just making the state tournament, not just getting deep in the state tournament, not just winning the ECC title, but getting to the championship game
and delivering.
And so some small schools, you get a nice little run of 2 or 3 years because you've got one great class or 2 great classes.
Right.
This is, we're talking about 5 years plus.
Yeah.
So Coach Nappy's been there, I believe, for 4 years. So you've got a dynasty that spans coaches, spans classes.
Yeah.
It's a program. They have got kids coming in every year looking to win a state title for their school.
So Bailey will start service in the third game. Good dig that time by Mitchell, but what a smoke shot serve that time by Fallon Bailey. That was a straight downward fastball. Right down the chute.
Starting game 3 just like she started
Tough.
game 1.
That is a tough thing to defend right there. Right back at you. Kramer, a little deep that time. Lily Kramer. 2-0 Lyman early. So Fallon Bailey will serve. Mitchell, great serve that time by Bailey. Here comes Lang at the net, and a good block that time by Beckwith. Matheson digs. And that's Megson. Nope, that's
Nanos.
23. Nanos, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
On the
Nanos
put away.
in there on the block with Beckwith and then getting the chance to put it away.
See, the problem with you and I being 6 feet apart is when the players get close to the net on that side, a little out of position. But I don't want to be on top of you. Mitchell with the dig. Lang's got to have it over. She does. Beckwith recovers. Nanos. Lang has got to be over. Here comes Megson on the outside. Fastball. Mitchell. Good defense here by the Lancers. Good block that time at the net. Wow.
So a point for Lyman there as Megson hit it into the blocker. The ball rolled almost the entire length of the net and landed out. So
Landed on Surge.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, double hit that time. And Waterford needed that peak because Bailey was on a little 4-0 run serving the ball.
Yeah, so at this point, Waterford's going to take anything they can get.
Kate Lang will serve. Beckwith, good hard spike that time. And again, it's, Briggs kind of caught napping a little bit. A little change of direction that time by Beckwith. Reverse the court. You know how easy it is to watch the action. Then when the ball all of a sudden comes your way, it's kind of like, oh, I'm handcuffed.
And I mean, Lyman has just got so many people who can score points for them.
Yeah. Nice job on the put away that time by Kramer.
Yes, strong hit right inside the back line. Giving Waterford the opportunity to get back into this game early, not let it get away from them.
Colonis will serve. Good dig by Garcia. Here comes Megson. At the net. Good job. Matheson. Mitchell that time. Indecisiveness that time by Mitchell as Nanos pushed that ball to the back line. Check that, Johnson, number 24. Pushed that ball to the back line. And you can see Mitchell didn't know what to do with it. Matheson digs it out. Oh, nice job on the touch that time by Johnson at the net.
Yeah, showing you don't need to have a lot of power all the time. Right into the hand of the blockers. And when you hit it soft like that, it's not going to come back at you.
No man's land. Everybody's sucked into the net. Back line is on the back line. Beckwith. Kramer trying to go high and hits it deep. So the other thing too, the front line, when Kramer lines up, the front line stays off that ball. They know it's going to go out. And they got to trust their back line communication too. It's that split-second decision. Quick timeout here by Waterford. Head coach Matt Maynard wants to talk things over.
And it's not just the split-second decision on the one person either. It's being able to all be on the same page. You don't see a lot of times here that every now and then A couple of the other teams we've seen, ball drops in and the players are looking at each other saying, hey, I thought you got it, I thought you got it. Not a lot of examples of miscommunication over here on Lyman. They work as a unit.
8-2. This is game number 3. Lyman has won the first 2 games. Waterford looking to try to get back into game number 3 right here. They have an uphill road to travel. Keith O'Brien, Peter Wappy, Eric Strand on the camera. The makeshift crew, but we're bringing you the action. Oh, chilly and rainy outside, and they're still playing baseball in Waterford. Go figure, Pete.
Yeah, they
never stop playing baseball.
They don't stop playing baseball in Waterford. We stopped for a day.
Megson. Good put away that time by Megson. Cologne is kind of caught off guard. That is a hard ball to defend.
And unlike some other teams where you might be looking for one key player bringing those points, Waterford can't really set up because you don't know where that kill shot is coming from.
Beckwith. Double hit that time by Kramer. She looked confused on it, Lily Kramer. My mistake, she's still talking to herself about it. 10-2 Lyman. April Beckwith's got something cooking back there. Here comes Megson. At the net. A little mistimed that time.
Yeah,
mistiming.
The pass was a little too close to the net. She didn't get it right in the wheelhouse where she wants to hit it, and so was not able to make the adjustment right at the end. So rare error for Lyman. Let's see if Waterford can do something with it.
Lily Kramer will serve. Good serve that time by Kramer. And a nice hit that time at the net by Johnson. But again, a misdirection that time by Johnson. Dropped the palm of her hand. 11-3 Waterford. I'm sorry, Waterford trails. And Helen Megson will serve. Good strong serve that time. Right in your kitchen, Pete. Saved you that time.
Well, it's not about saving me.
I saved you.
It's about saving the equipment.
Okay, that's right. That is right. Helen Megson. Good strong serve. Mitchell. Holmes for Waterford. Here comes Bailey. And I call it a double tap hit. The Bailey was, her eyes got big on that one. She was coming.
She was ready.
She was coming. Gabby Kramer will serve for the Lancers. They trail 12-4. Looking to put something together. Matheson. Here comes Bailey on the outside. Boom. Just a little bit deep. Good communication by the Lancers on the back line. 12-5. Waterford looking to piece something together. Good serve by Kramer. Good dig by Matheson. Looking for Bailey on the outside. Winds up, but a good block that time by Holmes at the net. So you see the way the defense flows to that side of the court when Bailey's ready to crank up. Good timing that time by Holmes at the net. 12-6. Bailey wants it back. Excuse me, touch this time. She's got to be over. Trouble. Bailey, good dig by Kramer. Lang with the put away. Good work that time, Kramer and Lang for the Lancers.
And able to take advantage of the fact that so many balls right at the net, able to send one deep. Lyman not quite ready for it.
Kramer into the net. Waterford had something cooking there.
That hurts. Waterford
hurt Waterford. Waterford had a little momentum.
4 in a row, and to turn the serve back over is tough.
Johnson will serve. 13-7. Lyman looking to close things out here at the X. Good serve. Dig by Briggs. Lang. Lang's played well. Oh, miscommunication there. But Lang has played well. Am I supposed to take my headset off and retrieve that?
No,
All right.
they got help over there.
All right. No equipment was in jeopardy.
I know you want to run over there and show off your arm.
Oh, I'm going to fall off at this stage of the game. Johnson. Missed hit by Briggs. Mitchell, this one's got to be over. Has trouble. Serve kind of ate up Briggs, and from right there was chaos. Everybody's fine. Everybody's okay. Johnson will serve. Mitchell with a good dig. Here comes Lang. A shot at the net that time by Latour.
Yeah, Latour and Nanos up there, not letting anything by.
(16-7). Johnson served well. Briggs recovers. Here comes at the net again. Boy, I tell you right now, Nanos is a force right now at the front of the net. She's just eating up anything that Lang throws at her.
And Latour with the one touch right back. Waterford not ready for it.
So you got Nanos and Bailey on the front line. Very, very tough. Lang goes deep this time, eats up Johnson. Good recovery. Kramer. Briggs got to get this one over. And that ball's out. Good job that time by Briggs from the far side to switch the court.
Yeah, good awareness of where to put that ball.
Donahue going to come back into this game for the Lancers.
Yeah, if Waterford's going to stay in this, they can't give up 5-point runs to Lyman like that.
It's 17-8
They
right
need
now.
to put some stuff together right now.
And it starts with Donahue. Dig by Megson. Lang. What a dig that time by Matheson. And a put away by Kate Lang.
So really smart by Lang there, knowing that Matheson had just gone down for that dig and was not back in position.
Going right back at her.
Right back at her.
A good player. She has been the player of the game for the Lancers thus far. She's played well. Served by Donahue. Smokes it. Megson. Comes Bailey. What a dig that time by Mitchell. Trouble there, though. But what a smoke shot on the outside by Fallon Bailey. She making a push for player of the game?
She's right there in the conversation for sure. The way she's served and the way she has hit from the outside.
Yeah. She has played well. This is Latour. She will serve. Cassidy Latour. Good serve that time and kind of ate up Donahue. All right, this is a trouble time here for the Lancers. They're down 10, 19-9. Again, you can't let Latour go on a low 4-point run because the game will be over. Latour. Great serve. Good job on the put away, too, by Nanos at the net. MVP could be the front line for Lyman. Never mind just one kid. They were all interchangeable this game.
Well, they can rotate 4 kids through there who all can slam home the points.
So Latour with her team 5 points away from winning the match. Beckwith. Set piece here. Good, strong put away that time by Fallon Bailey. How about that for the play of the game? Wow.
Oh, look out.
Strong, winding up from the outside.
And at the same time, Latour, not someone whose name we've called a lot, coming in.
No, she's serving just fine, yep. Great serve. Too much. Too much for Mitchell to handle, 22-9.
Latour making a bunch of great plays at the net and now taking over the game with the serve.
On a timeout by Matt Maynard. So you talk about this now. We're 3 points away from a Lyman victory. Talk about a player of the game real quick. Do you have somebody in mind?
I think I do. I'm not going to tip my hand, though.
Okay. All right. We'll wait till after.
You've got some thoughts as well, I'm sure.
I got some thoughts. I'm sure Eric does too as well. We'll talk about it afterwards. But, I mean, there are 4 or 5 interchangeable parts. For Waterford, I think Kate Lang has played a tremendous game today. She's done a little bit of everything. She's over there coaching now. So you over there coaching the kids?
Yeah.
She's either coaching or arguing with her coach. So I would assume she's coaching. But you talk about some of the successful coaches that get input from their players. And, I think you have to. We Paul DeCastro in soccer and some of these coaches here in volleyball. If you're not talking to your players, if you're not asking, hey, what's going on? What do you see? What's working? What's not working? Then you're not coaching.
Yeah, I love the confidence within Amanda Nappy over here. A couple of the timeouts, she couple of words, and the kids are right back out on the floor.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
You guys know what to do. You're ready.
Yep. So Latour.
Get out there and finish.
Again, strong serve again.
Latour playing the Mariana Rivera role here, coming in to close it out. I mean,
Latour is on tour. That's for sure. My rock and roll reference. He is on tour right now.
That's 2 aces out of 3 or 4 serves she's had.
The road show. On the road. 2 points away from winning the match. And on tour, the tour is ended. But it's 23-10. And Mitchell will try to hold off.
Mitchell's been one of the best servers for Waterford so far, so probably the person that you want in this situation.
Matheson digs it out. Oh, nice block that time at the net by Kramer.
Kramer's not ready to pack it in.
No. Oh, she sent that one packing is what she did. Mitchell will serve. Her team trails 23-11. Emily Mitchell, she's a senior libero. Just wide on the serve, and right now, Lyman is 1 point away from winning this match.
And look who gets the serve.
Yeah. It's Fallon Bailey looking to end things here for the Bulldogs. Little dump serve. Mitchell digs it out. Bailey gets it. Here comes Megson, and she wins it for Lyman. 24-11. Just like that, Helen Megson sending it home. 3-0, and they will continue their unbeaten streak, untouchable streak. Pete, your thoughts, first of all, on Waterford.
Waterford showed a lot of good stuff, especially in that second game, but just a few too many mistakes. And Lyman's the kind of team where you make a mistake, you make a bad pass, you put one out, they're going to jump on you.
Okay. Now, we've seen Griswold. We've seen New London. We saw East Lyme, we saw Ledyard. Your thoughts on Lyman?
Lyman, the class, absolutely a step above every team in the ECC at this point. Lot of fun to watch. I would be excited to see them again. A little bit of a bummer to know that they don't have the opportunity of a state tournament this year.
Yeah, I think so. I'll talk to the coach about that afterwards, too. But listen, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and GameDay CT, where tonight you could see the sports doctor's interview with the Waterford Dental Health Player of the Game. See tonight's Waterford Dental Health top play. Remember, great smiles start here at Waterford Dental Health. And a big shout out and thank you to our sponsor, the Byrnes Agency. Like Game Day, the Byrnes Agency is always local and live. We focus on local community, and you'll always get a live person on the phone. So remember, you buy better at Byrnes. Well, for the crew, and the crew is only 3 of us. Eric Strand, great job in the camera. He's about 85 feet up. Great look tonight, great action, great shots, Eric. Next time, we're going to get you in the hospitality room for the ECC basketball tournament. Get you a slice of pizza. Peter Wappy, you're back at it. We're back at it on Tuesday night.
Yeah. See you then.
We'll see you on Tuesday. And just everybody, thanks for tuning in. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.